Hi guys, let's talk about minimalism today. Let's get right into the video. 1. When you take a sharp look at life, you eventually realize that most things are irrelevant. Some things you can live without, and a handful, and only a handful are to die for. Minimalism as a practice is about the last group, as everything else is mostly a waste of time and resources with little to no return on investment.
When you focus on the handful of things that truly matter to you and you alone, you get to make the most out of life, and you may even come to the realization that time is no longer scarce, but plentiful.
Number 2. Minimalism looks different to different people. To attempt to copy someone else's version is to say that you care deeply about the same set of things they do, which is unlikely. So in a way, minimalism is not a one-size-fits-all philosophy, but more custom-made like a shoe or a tailor-made piece of clothing. Sure, we have a general description of how shoes and clothing are supposed to look like, but the details are as personal as they come.
Just like with any other way of thinking, it's easy to attempt to make an exact copy of the teacher. But principles, whether large or small, are about the fundamentals, not about the details. And minimalism is not about only having 3 t-shirts or 2 pairs of shoes, but about having or owning that which you truly care about, regardless of number.
Number 3. In today's world, we often equate happiness to having lots of friends. So just like the many objects we buy and fail to throw away even after realizing we'll never use them, over time, we also pick up acquaintances and almost friends we barely talk to, see a few times a year, and don't like nearly as much as we pretend. We hoard them just like we do with our possessions. But the only difference is that instead of the closet, we have the address book screaming for space. If there is any place the sort of minimalism could have its greatest impact, this is it.
The one thing many people feel but don't have the courage to admit is that we're not obligated to develop a deep relationship with every person we get in contact with. In fact, research has shown that each person is only capable of developing and maintaining around 150 relationships. And this is enough of a reason to be more deliberate when deciding who comes into your life and who doesn't.
Number 4. The way to a minimalist lifestyle begins with a minimalist mindset. You can only let go of the physical once you let go of it mentally. You can only make physical change once you get closure with its psychological counterpart. It's mind first and matter second, not the other way around.
5. At the end of the day, minimalism is not a cult or a religion, but a tool for self-improvement. There is no point in getting rid of your possessions for the sake of being identified as a minimalist. There is no point in being a minimalist for the sake of being a minimalist. When the sun goes down and the cards are finally drawn, what do you truly prefer? To be a miserably perfect minimalist or a blissfully happy and self-accepting maximalist? It's not about owning as much or as little as you can for the sake of owning more or less, but about owning just enough to be happy, with zero regards for labels.
Bonus: beware of label thirst, minimalism included, as labels are like spider webs, sticky concepts that don't make room for any flexibility, be that physical or intellectual. They keep you stuck in the same place while providing a false sense of understanding of how the world works. Now, you've got life figured out, and anything outside your belief system is either wrong or irrelevant. And that's how you downgrade from the enlightenment that comes from new discoveries to the ignorance that comes from the rigidity of thought. You want the label so bad that you're willing to neglect your natural and human need for the truth.
It's all about knowledge and experience. Hey guys, and don't forget to subscribe to help us grow this channel. Thanks for watching.